speed.
It doesn't take long for champion blokes to get
involved.
back and get involved.
Exactly, and of course Norwood 2 down, Connor O'Sullivan and Thomas Maloney out for the rest of the game. As a go again, Narbergs and Watkins in this second half. Watkins wins the tap towards Danaher. Chris Aradis got the handball out to Hudson before he was slung away, and it's going to be advantage paid as Kemp comes away. It is advantage paid, says umpire Sully. So the ball bounces out towards Calder out a very good second term. He wants his left foot, and he tries to put the afterburners on Fagan, and the kick is in the direction there of Gisbert, who marks. He's been good when he's had the footy, probably not as prolific as they'd like. He pops it up towards Williams. He might get this. Had one clunk at it, was shoved in the side, no free kick. Quick kick out of the air by Bernal. Goes in the direction of Hill, who's still down there. Otten wants that left boot, comes in board. Bernal, a bit of chasing pressure, Brash. That's what we like to see. Murphy clears. There's only one Blackburn player out there, and he dropped the mark. Blees has it. He's got Cruceratus over the top, but ignores him and goes, well, was looking in the direction there of Gisbert's. The ball hits the deck and McIntyre bursts away. On his opposite boot, he's kick. It's very scrappy. Mead couldn't pick it up. It comes back now to Hudson. Hudson doesn't have the footy. McIntyre tackled him. No free kick. Fagan through the middle. That's a good kick to Watkins now on the cricket pitch. His short ball finds Hammond. Hammond, who's goalless, uncharacteristic today. He's about 65 from home. Left boot, he's going to take his time, and Brad Henderson can have a go at this one.
He's been very quiet, uncharacteristically quiet today. Even when the Burners were playing well in that first term, we didn't see too much of Hammond. He looked for Fagan with the kick. Lane did well to compete with him, trying to force a ball up there. Nelson Lane, he's done really well to get that result. And it looks like it's Jackson Hood who's got the job on Lee Williams for this second half.
So well, that was over ambitious there by Sam Blees going midfield to a 3-on-1 there in just moments ago.
Lawler well wrapped up then by Jordan. Good strong tackle then by Rhett Jordan. And Paddy Lawler, who played a few games for Vermont, didn't he?
He did.
A couple of years back.
Yes.
Oh, sound a bit sad about losing him.
Bit of samurai, a bit of karate effort there while you two wax lyrical about Brush's emotions.
Well, but he's got a lot of running in Paddy Lawler. Very good runner.
Kick up towards half-back. Handball over the top. Watkins. High up and under kick. Almost brings some more rain. Narbergs did really well. Owned the front position there against Danaher and took the mark. He lays it off for Blees. Blees just giving great run and carry and using the ball wonderfully well today. Bernal's kick over the top. Looking for Calder. No mark taken. They do well then, the Burners. Clay gave it off to Gray. Then it's with Mar's kick, but it's well marked there by Gisbert's. And Gisbert's got interfered with as he marked it, taking a little while to get back on his feet. And just stretching the shoulder there. So let's see what Jordan Gisbert's can do.
I believe Jackson Hood looks like he's got the job on Williams now, number 31.
Probably gives away a bit of muscle.
Not a renowned goal kicker, Jordan Gisbert's. Only 3 goals in his AFL career in 19 games played. And on that occasion, the kick fell well short and was fisted through for a minor score.
Yep, and that's the first score of the quarter. So Norwood continue to look the goods here after a shocking first quarter. So it looks like Conton's going to bring the ball back into play. He goes short and finds his target there in Gray. I like the Gray Clay call before. I just needed one more A in the next chain.
I was thinking that.
Murphy didn't really work, did it? So Gray goes long down the line. He's looking for Bathy there, but it's a good spoil from Johnson, who just wants to get involved with a bit of to-do afterwards as well. Chris Aradis came through on Murphy, picking up his Lawler, that ex-Vermont speedster. He kicks it long down the line. Conker is in chase, but Hammond will get there first. Good bump there from Newman. He looks like he's doing a good job on Jake Hammond. His kick again. He's just a Dow defender, isn't he, Brash? But that Mung finds his target. Chris Aradis, good mark. The little man taking some contested grab down the line. They've got numbers here. Blees had a handball option, didn't use it. Runs to 50. Low ball towards the top of the square. It's nowhere near the top of the square, actually. It's out of bounds on the full, and should have done better there, Sam Blees. Had a couple of uncharacteristic errors here in the first. Oh no! What kick is that? Is that Clay, was it? Otten does really well. Gave it to Fagan. He ignores Clay after that kick and goes and go on past you, son. Kicks it over the top quickly, and they'll steady again with Lawler.
Yeah, Paddy Lawler there, true centre-half back position, takes the mark and goes short to Clay. So Chris Clay in the middle of Mullum reserve. Goes laterally with the kick to Fagan. Fagan in the long sleeves. Dishes off a short one. That was effective to McIntyre. Thumping kick by McIntyre to the pocket.
Well done.
Hudson the target, but great defensive work again done by Nelson Lane as he fists it through for a minor score.
He's been very good in Nelson Lane. Both times we've seen him, Brad. And he was one of their best players against South Croydon. He plays on quickly. I like that about him. Moves the ball quick. It's a long kick down the line to an unmarked Rhett Jordan, who drops the mark. Got fallen into. No free kick. Cruceratus is there for an option. He got hit after he kicked it. No free kick. Gibson got done by the bounce, and it's just going to stay in for him. No, run out of bounds, and he's not happy about that. Right in front of Damien Watson there. Say hi, Damo. You're on screen, mate. Thanks for the wave. Yeah, that one just scooted past Adam Gibson. He probably would have wanted more. We're going to go to Barry Cotts quickly in the score centre.
Division 4 score. Surrey Park 1-5-11, Trey Forest Hill 6-6-42 half time.
There we go. 5-goal lead for the Zebras. Tackle without the footy was Jordan again. And it's going to be a free kick to Gray, I think, though. He's going to get one. He taken high there by Michael Wright, who's been one of the quieter Norsemen today. So Gray on centre wing. He's going to go short out wide to Content. His short ball down the line he's looking for and finds Danaher. Danaher, who joined us pre-game, loving the support for the freeze, and he goes long to centre half forward. It's a 2-on-1 on Hammond. Well done by Newman, got the fist. Lawler just gets a boot to the ball. Great mark.
Well done.
One hand sort of slips catch there from Matty Ava, and he's got it deep in defence, and he's going to bring it out of the back line for the Norsemen.
Yeah, look to come to this broadcast side of the ground, the social club side of Mullum Reserve. High kick by Ava to a 2-on-1 that favoured Blackburn. Watkins got it to Fagan. Fagan's kick into open space. Lane tried to charge down the footy. Handball was shot out then by Narberg. Quick kick came out of the pack by Johnson. Watkins worked his way back, almost took a great diving mark.
Good handball.
Williams, clever little handball. That was good footy to Mead. Mead over the top. The little fumble by Calder was costly. Just let Blackburn back into the contest then. Murphy does really well, takes possession, but his kick was indiscriminate and was safely marked by Horner, who doesn't waste any time. Quickly plays on to Lane. Lane's kick to Bennell. Bennell dishes off the handball. Great build-up here from the Wooders. Jordan, floating kick, disappointing finish. And the mark safely held back there.
What a great build-up for such disappointment.
It's been the tail of their third quarter so far. Blees had a similar sort of final product before, but Otten, that's a beautiful kick, finds Patterson. He's a couple of left footers involved there. His ball in the middle, Danaher gives it off to Gray. This is good from the Burners, quick ball movement. That kick finds Conker. Conker goes quickly out wide. There's a runner there. It looks like Sam Hudson again. He's running back towards goal. He's got support in Lawler. Ava's there, hot in his tail. He's going to take him out of bounds. Great transition from the Burners. That was much more similar to their first quarter effort there, bringing the ball from defence to offence very, very quickly. And that final product's just what letting both teams down at the moment in this third quarter, Brash. Both teams have pretty good build-up.
Yep.
So Narbergs and Bathy to do battle here. We're about 25 metres out in the forward pocket. Bathy tried to take it out of the ruck. Johnson took him on, though, and got away just from Hudson. He just boots it. That's probably going to be deliberate, if not out in the full.
Nah, touch.
It's out of bounds.
He's
and
gone
the
for
umpire
touch.
Touched. There you go. Well, it's bounced inside the field of play anyway. Barry Cotts has got a score for us.
Yeah, Division 2 at Doncaster East. And Mitcham made 351, Doncaster East 65-41. Half time, it's all locked up. Whitehouse Pioneers 2-7-19. Glen Waverley Hawks 3-1-19.
Well, there you go. Not really the shootout we were hoping for in pre-game as Narbergs wins the tap down. It looks like Danaher just shrugs off a tackle and he didn't really dispose of it properly. And the umpire, Sully, says holding the ball. He was going to pay advantage, but it didn't sit for Alex Calder, and it's going to go back to Michael Wright, who's had a pretty good start to this third term. And he swings it inboard there to Aiden Kemp. Kemp now. Top of his goal square, goes out wide to Newman. Not the best ball user. As a very cold Phil Merton joins us in the box fleetingly. And the rain starts to come down on a bit sideways here. Newman's just going to have to go down the line. It's what all good defenders do. It's towards Bernal. Coming through there was Cruceratus. Hudson got the crumbs. Good handball back to Content on the left boot, and that's why it's his opposite. That goes almost backwards. It's going to find Lawler, though. Lawler bursts away from his would-be tacklers. Gives it off. It's a long ball inside 50. It looks like it was Faulkner or Young. Johnson flies back with courage. Good fist. Conker's coming through. I think he got the last touch on it, but it's through for a behind. So Blackburn 8-7-55. Trail Norwood 8-8-56. We're yet to have a goal here in this third quarter. We've gone 10 minutes.
Yeah, yet to have a goal, but it's been a great quarter so far. It's exciting play, and some great transitional work being done by both teams when they got the footy in hand as Lane thumping kick out of defence. No mark taken, just slipped through the fingertips then. Quick kick forward from Gisbert's, got it to Hill. Cruceratus, slick handball. Chain of hand passes. Cruceratus gets it back, looking for Williams. Clay put his body on the line and paid for it. Little handball off the ground. No, Williams applied a strong tackle, and the umpire says it was too high.
Quick update, Brash. I've just been told Connor O'Sullivan broken ankle.
Oh, at least it's not a knee reconstruction. That's the good part.
Otten's kick to Fagan. Fagan drops the mark. Narbergs goes in and pursues him. On the deck there, little paddle to Gray was clever. Gray goes in again, claimed he was held by Wright. Hudson swoops on the footy, paddles it to Fagan. Fagan there, he paddles it back. That was good play. Matt Wright, desperation shown by the Norseman, and they managed to force the ball up. And I reckon that's a pretty good result.
They were both in the back, Brash. They were both in the...
It looks like both sides are treading water there.
They couldn't. I'll tell you what, though, the clean hands of Jaden Chrysaratis have stood out. Everyone else seems to be dropping marks and not being able to pick it up cleanly. He can't. He's got a lot of grip on his hands as Watkins flies high into puts a knee into Narbergs. McIntyre was definitely held without the footing. They put the whistle away a bit as Clay kicks it forward. Conker and Kemp there, and Nelson Lane all watch the ball trickle over the rope, and it's getting a bit scrappy as we go to Barry Cotts again.
Yeah, and Heathmont leads. At the moment, 5-point lead.
Over Scoresby.
Scoresby, yep.
It's a close one
It's
there.
a close one
Division
there. 3
top 4 clash. Narbergs and Watkins go again. Watkins who kicked 2 in the first quarter. That throwing favours Watkins. He won the tap, but Narbergs won the ball itself. Handball like Ray. Got it to McIntyre. Quickly kicked it forward. Well done by Conker. He's trying to claim the mark. Mika Wright's there as he's Kemp for Norwood. Wright trying to bulldoze his way through. And it's umpire Sully says, I'll have this one, lads. We're about 35 metres out from the Blackburn goal. They trail nil by 1 point. 12 minutes gone in this third term.
Goals have dried up here.
Jake Hammond just swapping shorts as well in the background.
Still just 1 point the margin. There's a free kick. Which way is it going? It will go to Watkins. So big Tim Watkins, the number 56 on his back.
Well, we know he's a goal kicker, that's for sure.
He's kicked 2 today, 2 in the first quarter. This will test him, you would think. Not too. I mean, I think he'll get the distance here, but it's one of those sort of that range where you're not real confident. Let's see what he can do. Tim Watkins drives it, long kick, distance not a problem. Carried over the fence, in fact, the back fence, but the accuracy was never there. Minor score for him. And Blackburn move on to 8 goals 8. Norwood 8 goals 8. Scores level here at Mullen Reserve.
Well, you're exactly right about that, Brad Anderson. Distance wasn't going to be a problem, but he just strained a bit too much. As Matty Ava brings it back in for the Norseman, he goes what looks like the hill direction. He brings it to ground. Burnell slaps it forward cleverly, but it's straight to the Blackburn player there in Compton. Johnson tries to get a high tackle for a kick. He took him on a couple of times, got lucky with the handball. Wright kicks it hurriedly infield. Otten's sitting up there. He might be the loose man behind the footy for the Burners. And he takes the mark in dead centre of the ground. Let's see what this left footer can do. He's got a couple of options. He's going to have to play on onto his left side. Gave it to Hod. The handball's missed Hod, though. Good chase here from Narbergs. Really good pressure, but it's found Patterson, another left footer on his favoured side. He goes long. It's in the Hammond direction. Ava's all over him, as is Newman. Good hand. And David Johnson's come in. He doesn't look good, but he got the spoil. Hammond's on the ground. Johnson came in third man up. He's going to get to his feet. He throws himself in kamikaze style here, David Johnson. Bang, good spoil here. Newman both collected it at the same time. We're going to have a throw in on left half forward flank for Blackburn Footy Club. Scores level.
Well, Davey Johnson's just one of those players that just polarises oppositions and supporters alike.
Quick kick by Murphy, right to the heart of the goal square, but fisted through then by Hill and through for a minor score. Blackburn 8-9, Norwood 8 goals 8.
Actually, I know Norwood neither side has kicked a goal, but this actually plays into Norwood's hands the longer this quarter goes, myself.
Ava brings it back in. Williams the target. Got hands to it. Jordan was held without it.
Well played there by Rick Jordan.
Free kick they paid against Young. So Jordan goes short to the wing. Carried over the head of Williams and over the boundary line right in front of our broadcast position.
Brash, if Otten's the loose for Blackburn, who's the loose for Norwood? Is it Johnson?
Yes.
He's doing a very good job at cutting across Hammond.
So boundary throw in. Both teams missing a ruckman for the remainder of this game. Socio for Blackburn and O'Sullivan for Norwood. So there are a couple of troops down on both sides of the field. Jordan there takes possession, but as soon as he set off, the umpire had already blown the whistle.
You almost feel like it's going to be the survival of the fittest here, Matty.
The game's definitely tightened up after 2 high-scoring quarters to start us off there. Jordan breaks away. He's been very good today in the stoppages. He gets a scrubby little kick in the direction of Burnell. Leading him to it there was Ma, and he's tackled well by Burnell. That will be his first tackle I've seen him lay in his EFL career for a while. And it was a good one. So we're inside forward 50 now for the Norseman. Umpire Sully's going to toss it up.
You're trying to say something there?
I am trying to say something, Brush, as Watkins jumps into Gisbert, the makeshift ruckman. Trent Cochin style. Jordan lost his footing. Young's back there in defence. The ball's still in play as Calder picks it up on his left boot. Got it to Wright. Wright's going to try and get it out to Jordan. He does. Jordan with the fend. But the fend pushes himself over the line. It was a strong fend. He liked it, as did that man standing by the tree there. He was a big fan of the work. Yeah, he's liking it. He liked that fend. So we're going to toss it in again. Gisbert's going up against Watkins. So Watkins has got a bit more ruck now. He might get a free kick here, Gisbert's. He will. He did very well. I just said he didn't have nous. He's just backed into him here. That's a beautiful play. He knew Watkins was going to go up the footy. Watch this. Gisbert's backs into him. I think he's sort of dropped his knee a little bit there. Well done. It's a free kick, but he's played well for it. And this to get the first goal of the third term. He's not a noted goal kicker, Brad. And I can tell you why. That one went well right. It's another behind. So scores level again. 8-9-57 apiece. 16 minutes gone in this third term. Barry Cotts.
Yeah, some Division 3 scores. The Basin 8-4-52. Waverley Blues 9-3-57. Ringwood 10-5-65. Well ahead of South Belgrade 1-1-7. Heathmont 6-3-39. Scoresby 5-3-33. And Churnside Park 8-5-53. Trailing Venture Gully 9-2-56.
Faulkner takes possession, spun out of the tackle, got the handball away. Calder over the ball there, as well as Fagan and Wright. Gee, Wright's always seems to be on the bottom of most packs.
No clear possessions, nothing. And Brash, couple of those sides, Nunna Wadding a chance to win. Churnside Park a chance to win.
By throws it up. Fagan, who's been really good today. Got the handball to Ruff's edge. McIntyre through the middle. McIntyre's long kick. Johnson there as the loose man. Took front position. Lawler threw it on the boot. Hunting it down is Young. Can he get boot to ball? No, Conker! Conker does it. He races in, and he seemed to come out of nowhere there, Luke Conker. He beat them all in the charge of the Light Brigade to the ball, and he kicked it out of midair. Brilliant work by Luke Conker, and that's his second goal of the day.
Yeah, that is beautiful work. Bit of World Cup fever there, Barry Cott, score centre.
Yes, Small Division 3, Baronia 7-6-48 to Donvar 4-3-27, Templestowe 5-7-37 lead Warrandyte 2-5-17.
Look at this, left boot. He probably could have let it bounce through, let's be honest. But look at that. It's probably gone over the crossbar if I'm fair. But here we go. Luke Conker's got his second. Blackburn have their ninth. They're out by a goal as we go again. Watkins and Narbergs. Narbergs win the tap, but Watkins had it when a bit of tunnel ball went through his legs. Wrestling it out of there was McIntyre. Down to Hammond, who got a one-on-one against Newman. Newman did really well. Young's wrapped up and tackled by Sparrow. No free kick. He did well. Good tackle. Young had a swing there as Newman comes in and wraps up Hammond. He has done a great job on Jake Hammond today. That could be the difference later on. Williams has 4. Hammond has none. So we toss up again, Narbergs and Watkins. Narbergs with the tap. Murphy got a quick kick out of there. I assume it's touch. Won't matter. It's bouncing to Avery. Takes on one. Handballs to a man who's very hot. He's handballed straight to Bathy. McIntyre swings around. That should be a throw umpire. Nothing doing. Cruceratus goes in, as does Ruff's Edge. Cruceratus again. Got tackled without it. No free kick. Sparrow now taken with it. Ruff's Edge. Good tackle. And Brash. I don't know what that was from Matty Avery. He's tried to handball to the runner there. It looked like it might have been Horner, but he had Ryan Bathy right on his tail.
Yes. The vagaries of Matty Avery.
Umpire throws it up into space right there, tries to drag the footy in. Good tackle by Kemp on Danaher, and it will be a ball up once more.
Well, that's what pressure does to you, doesn't it? I mean, like I said, both sides know how important this game is, and any sort of mistake is going to cost you dearly.
Came out of the pack, Bathy palmed it down, but there's a free kick.
Is that a free kick
Norwood
because he fell over, Brad? Because you're allowed to bump him out of the contest.
Need to see this.
Narbergs comes in.
See it again.
He just lays a bump. He's paid a block. Isn't that the whole point of rucking, Brush?
He went to ground very easily.
We can go back to under-12s where everyone spreads out and you just run at it.
Yeah, I think the umpires just made a mistake on that occasion, as they do occasionally. Handball there to Blease, surging past. Blease's kick, hugging the boundary. Fisted away then by Patterson. The ball kicked along the boundary there to Clay and taken over the boundary line by Chris Clay, just with a few of the Norwood interchange players around him.
Blease has been good since quarter time. Very good.
Terrific. Yep, he's played a great game. I thought even in the first term, I thought he was one of Norwood's better players. And, yep, he's had a great game. Right there, seemed to get
Well
one in
done,
the
Dano.
back. No free kick paid. Lawler got it to Gray. And Gray there unable to keep it in play.
One on by Mead as well.
Nick Gray, the number 22, worn for many, many games by Paul Bunn. Remember him, Brash? Great, great defender for the Blackburn
Paul
Footy
Bunn.
Club.
Yeah, excellent footballer, Brad.
Blees takes possession, well wrapped up then by Compton. And it will be a ball up. He'd like to be able to kick the ball as well as Paul Bunn could, or as efficiently as he did. And great user of the footy. Blackburn have got a few of those types in their team today, although I think both sides at times would be a little disappointed with the skill level they've shown.
It was pretty good in the first half, but I think as both sides have tied them, this is where the mental side of it comes into it now.
Such an unusual game. 3 completely different quarters of football we've seen today. As the ball's close to the boundary line there, Hudson tries to keep it in. Really showing a lot of desperation there, Blair Hudson. A lot of tenacity on the ground.
Blair's very ginger there, getting up.
Yeah, slow to get to his feet, and they can ill afford another injury to anybody, Norwood, with the Maloney and O'Sullivan both off for the rest of the game. Gisbert's there, got involved. Quick kick came out of the pack. Hemp dropped the mark, spills over the back. Young tries to take possession. Got it to Lawler, who's been terrific in this third term. Lawler's kick. Conker sharked the pack. Was taken away, though, by Newman. Nice work from the Norseman in defence. Ava shared it with Horner. Horner's kick bit off a bit more than he could chew. Fagan takes possession. Steadies.
They're
not sure who the kick was really to, but they don't panic here. Compton unloads, long kick to the square, and a lot of holding going on in the goal square.
Just paid the mark, I think.
And Jesse Newman wanted the free kick, but the mark instead was paid. And so, in any case, Norwood have possession through Mead.
And they're going to bring it out, and his kick goes straight to a Blackburn player there in Ben Danaher. He takes the mark about 30 metres out. He's on a tight angle here. It's a poor kick from Mead, just off one step. Got to try and get some momentum, get that well out of defensive 50. The kick was looking for right. It's a pretty poor one. I think it's not like Danaher swooped in at high pace.
And there was and actually when you look at the amount
3
of
Blackburn players, wasn't there?
Yeah, that didn't look good, did it?
Probably the panic of Braden Mead, who's probably played most of his footy on the wing and half-forward flank. Last line of defence, probably not his natural position. So Ben Danaher, big day for him today. Socket to M&D around the country. He comes in, he'll kick from just inside the paint. Left foot up. To give his side a 2-goal lead. It's not a bad-looking kick, but it's faded. The drop punt at least, not the helicopter like Alex Calder, but it is a behind. So Blackburn now 9-10-64. They lead by 7 points. Norwood 8-9-57. We've gone 23 minutes in this third term. Barry Cox.
Yeah, Division 4, Glenwively Hawks and White Horse Pioneers. Glenwively Hawks 7-4-46, White Horse Pioneers 5-10-40.
Starting to kick, well, I wasn't about to say starting to kick away, but it's a very close game there as Lane went short to Ava. He's just going to have to go down the line here. He does. Stuart Hill's the target. He's got Otten. And Stuart Hill does well, channeling his defender and just punches it forward. Hudson's going to put the pressure on and does well on Rough's edge. The handball out wide by Clay is good to Fagan, who fumbles initially, then does well to give it back to Clay. Good pressure from Hudson. Really good pressure there. And again, it's been the trademark of this second and third term for the Norsemen. It's a boundary throw in here in front of us here on centre wing. Barry Cox again.
Yes, the Sylvan Nuttawading game, Sylvan 8-18-66, Nuttawading 7-6-48.
It's still within reach, Brash. It's still within reach as they toss it in. Narbergs and Watkins. Narbergs wins the tap down. Coming through there, 2 players collide. They're both Blackburn players, Danaher and Rough's edge. Danaher just sits on it. The umpire says he didn't have any prior. So Blair Hudson's about 4 tackles in a minute.
Mate, Chris Murphy and Warren Schmidt will go bang, 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 and the game will be all over.
Chris Murphy still trotting around.
Yep.
Closing in on 40, wouldn't he? As Hudson picks A, tries to burst away from the pack, and he get a free kick there for holding. Ben Danaher had a handful of jumper. So Hudson looks to go inboard, but he might be best off going down the line. He's got Williams down the line if he wants him. He will. He just pop it up to Leroy. He's got the city. Worked under it well there by Hood, who's done pretty well in this quarter. Calder tries to whack it into play. Rough's edge was there. Cruceratus gets a quick kick in the inboard looking for Gibson. The bounce gets to him. Handball over the top to Hill. Hill's going to steady. He gives it to Bernal. Shouldn't miss.
And has.
And has. Well, they're lucky they're not playing for Melbourne anymore, Brad, because you wouldn't be happy with them watching them at Etihad Stadium run around. Gisberts and Bernal. He has to kick that, Brad. Stuart Hill handballed into him on a platter.
Yep.
It's a behind. 8:10.58. They try Blackburn. 9:10.64. About 25 minutes gone in this third term.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect too much more time in this. Maybe 26, 27 minutes.
Only the
here.
one goal, hasn't it been?
So Odden brings it back in. Odden's kick, long searching one. Nice mark taken though by Narbergs, floating in from the side and safely holding it. It's been a gallant performance by him in this second half in the absence of his counterpart, O'Sullivan.
Tackle.
Strong tackle then by Calder on Clay, and Chris Clay was going nowhere then. So the score as it stands, Blackburn 64, Norwood 58. 6-point lead to the Burners. And Norwood, they haven't been able to kick a goal in this third term, so haven't had much fun kicking to this end of the ground as Calder fires at the goals. And he has snuck it home there. Alex Calder gets his second of the day, one in the second term and one in this third quarter just now. And as I said, to that car park end of the ground, they haven't had much joy, the Norsemen, today, but Alex Calder, that was a great goal.
Is that one of the rarest things I've ever seen, Brash? Lee Williams handballed that ball.
Oh, well. No, it's not a rarity, mate. Because Matty Gregg used to handball it too.
No, just dynamic full forwards of the
I know
AFL.
why you're dirty about Matty Gregg, because he used to kick bags on you against Lilydale. That's
Not
right.
on me. I was only
No,
12.
against your club.
He did. I remember watching him he stood on one bloke's head out at Lilydale one day.
Yeah, and he'll keep doing it too, even when he's older.
Oh, they're going to throw it up again. So scores are level. Alex Calder's left foot snap. As Brad Anderson said, it's only their second goal to the right of screen. Kicking off the ground there was Watkins. Hudson's kick smothered there by Danaher. Watkins is trying to pick it up as is Gray. Got his handball out towards McIntyre. Just comes through like a raging bull. He didn't take the ball with him though. He took Matty Ava. And we're going to have a ball up. So we've moved about 5 metres towards Blackburn's goal.
That was pretty good there by Ava because he actually took the tackle and shielded the ball.
Well, there we are, three-quarter time, and scores are level. Norwood 9-10-64, Blackburn 9-10-64 as well. A very quiet quarter there, just a goal apiece, and those goals were to Luke Conker, who went the left foot sort of hack out of mid-air on the goal line, and Alex Calder, who, after some nice build-up play from Lee Williams, just left foot snap to the car park. And Norwood probably should have kicked another couple though, Brad. They had a few pretty prime opportunities, as did Blackburn. There's a ripping game. Barry Cott's few scores around the ground while we've got you.